Lake Powell rising. Many states depend on the Colorado River, which flows into Lake Powell as part of their water supply. And this includes dozens of Native American tribes like the Navajo Nation. For decades, the nation has argued in court the federal government needs to do more in assisting the tribe when it comes to its water needs. The Supreme Court, however, says otherwise.
In tonight's Impact Earth report, meteorologist Jorge Torres and photojournalist Gabe Rodriguez went to the nation to learn more about the water issues and the people and what they've endured for more than 150 years.
Kia ani bashin be between dash chedona kedin at Chanel. As out out son schlenerisch an holgedo HK. I could out in a data hadn't. Those are my 4 clans, and those are the ones that we always introduce ourselves with.
Joanne Yazi Piochi calls the Lachit chapter of the Navajo Nation near Page home, and over the years, she's seen many changes in the area.
I remember when there was hardly anything here in Page. There was no Highway 98, it was all dirt roads.
And there's even running water here that they get from Page and the Colorado River. But throughout much of the nation, hauling water is a way of life.
At this community, right up there, is where the water stops. There's no running water south of here. They have to haul that water.
Although the nation is working on water infrastructure projects for its people, for the past 20 years, it's gone through legal battles with the United States, filing a breach of trust claim, basically saying the U.S. isn't abiding by a treaty signed more than 150 years ago to do an assessment of the reserved water rights held in trust and to create a plan to meet the water needs of the Navajo Nation, such as infrastructure.
We will hear argument this morning in case 21-1484, Arizona versus the Navajo Nation, and the consolidated case.
But in June of this year, the U.S. Supreme Court sided with the federal government.
As I understand the government's argument, the government is not contesting that the treaty gives the Navajo Nation water rights. It's simply contesting what the nature of its own responsibility is with respect to those rights.
A 5-4 decision ruling there's no federal obligation to the Navajo Nation to secure water.
The ruling did not give the Navajo Nation the relief it sought, which it said was a, quote, modest request. Having said that, the decision does not take away from the nation's existing water rights when it comes to the Colorado.
The Supreme Court in both opinions did recognize that the nation does have federal reserved water rights.
Michelle Brown Yazzie is the Assistant Attorney General for the Navajo Nation's Department of Justice's Water Rights Unit. She tells ABC15 that although disappointed with the decision, the nation will continue its fight pertaining to water rights, either by pursuing legislative action for the government to honor its treaties or keep battling in court.
We are definitely going to continue, exploring our options in order to meet the goal of having running water for all of our Navajo citizens, who also happen to be Arizona citizens as well, and U.S. citizens.
Citizens like Joanne Yazi Piochi.
I think we get by with what we have, and we hope for the best.
And her people.
We're going to have to just work with the resources that we have at this time.
Yeah, but a lot of communities depend on this water. What's going to be the concern when we go back into a prolonged drought? It could happen.
Yeah, and it has happened for the past 20 years with the exception of this past winter. So if we still see ongoing drought, places across northern Arizona and southern Utah are going to have to obviously change their approach when it comes to their economy. Now, a lot of it is based on recreation, especially at Lake Powell. But some are beginning to adapt, going toward, say, land-based recreation, hiking. And some organizations that we talk to are considering or saying that they should consider transitioning into a national park. So obviously a lot of big changes potentially.
The heartbreaking part is the river runs right through their land right there.
It does.
And most of them don't have access to that.
It's right there at their doorstep. Some people have to haul water all the way from Page and bring it back on their land. So that has been an issue for now since 1868, when that original treaty was signed. But because it doesn't say the federal government is supposed to give you access to that water, essentially you're on your own. So that has been the battle, and the battle is going to continue for essentially more years.
We'll continue tracking it. Excellent reporting this whole week. Where can they find all your stories?
Well, of course, to see all of the in-depth reports on Lake Powell, just head to abc15.com/ImpactEarth.